Well, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? And today I'm making a brand new Friday the 13th Reupload reaction video for guys. Friday the 13th, New Beginning 1985, Kelcom, origin reaction. So again, this is a Reupload reaction. I don't need to explain because I explained it on my last reaction. And sorry that if it doesn't have the audio on for the for the finance after reaction, because again I don't know what happened, the audio just like didn't happen. So I guess the microphone is only used for microphone, not internal audio. So I guess I'm gonna use microphone and internal audio on. So yeah, I know you guys gonna get mad that you guys couldn't hear the audio, but you know what, I have a idea for you guys. Just add the audio on, like when you watch the video, and just add the audio on, and then you guys might be able to hear it. I don't know, or maybe I might. Oh no, I have an idea. To do something. Yep, I have an idea. Okay, I know what to do. No. I was going to upload that, but you know what, I'm gonna edit that. So anyway, so let's start the action. Prior 13 in New Beginning 1985, Kelcom original action. Again, this has the internal audio on, so it might be loud for you guys to hear me, but I'm gonna try my best for you guys to hear me. So yeah, let's start the action. 3, 2, 1, and play. Okay. Let's see.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Friday the 13th, A New Beginning, released in 1985 as the 5th installment of our beloved Friday the 13th series. That's right, the last body from the final chapter wasn't even cold before Paramount decided to cash in on some more Jason Voorhees and bring the series back from its proclaimed end. Problem was, they definitely killed Jason in the 4th one.
Yep.
Like, killed him real dead.
Yep.
You're not supposed to come back from that. So they decided to try a new direction with this one. Not in terms of content, really. It's still naked teenagers getting brutally murdered.
Of course.
They left Jason dead in an attempt to kick off having new villains in the series. Really should have learned from the third Halloween movie that you just don't mess with a horror series.
Okay, honestly, I like that movie, Halloween 3, but it was supposed to. You know what? I wish this was a different series. And like, if this was a different movie, Halloween. If the title wasn't Halloween, then it was just only Season of the Witch. This movie would have gotten so much love, and there would have been a sequel. But again, sadly, that didn't happen.
But perhaps correctly anticipating a backlash from the lack of Jason, they definitely upped the body count and nudity in this one. So let's take a trip to the Looney Barn and get down to the kills.
Yep.
The first pair of kills is right off the bat when some stupid kids in some stupid hats dig up old Worm Eyes. That's my new nickname for Jason. I think it's really gonna stick. He thanks them with his machete. First he impales Neil in the stomach. No, his name is never said in the movie, but the internet knows all. Then Jason stabs Les right in the neck with a screwdriver. Why was Jason buried with a screwdriver? Who the fuck knows?
Who knows?
Watching from the woods is Corey Feldman, and Jason actually looks pretty damn creepy as he stalks towards Tommy, who screams and then wakes up and is a hot guy. That's right, those first two kills were just a dream, but on this series I'll probably count imaginary kills. Or maybe not. I don't know. It doesn't matter, guys. Please don't leave comments yelling at me. But yeah, Tommy's grown up to be this jock with glasses, and he's headed to a farm for the mentally ill. What's wrong with the people there? I can't really tell, except one dude has a stutter, I guess. But that guy also makes a lot of sense.
You don't set a place for a dead person.
Good call, guy. The farm's run by Matthew Letter, who totally has a bromance with the sheriff, and his assistant Pam Roberts, a pretty lady who gets creeped on by Billy the van driver.
Anytime, doll.
Dude also looks at porno mags on the job because literally everyone in these movies, especially this one, is driven entirely by sex. Tommy meets Reckless Reggie, whose dialogue consists entirely of things old white guys imagine black kids say on the street.
Man, you are one scared cat. Jump, man! Oh, gotta split. Catch you later, this action.
And we meet all the other eventual victims, including hillbilly neighbors, Reggie's grandpa George, and all the insane asylum kids who just happen to all be attractive teenagers. All except Joey, I guess, a guy who loves chocolate even at the expense of clean sheets. Joey also gets surprised axed in the fucking back by this dude Vic. Vic could probably take Jason too. Shit, look at that guy. Instead, he gets pissed at Joey for being annoying and chops both his chocolate bar and his spine in half, giving us the third kill of the film. This gets Vic arrested, disappointing those of us who wanted a Vic versus Jason finale. That would be awesome. Joey's body is tended to by a couple of paramedics. One's your average asshole from these movies.
Bunch of pussies.
The other is Roy Burns, who acts totally normal and not suspicious at all as he stares into a fade-out. We then meet perhaps the most inconsequential characters I've ever seen in these films, a pair of greasers having car trouble. Look, I don't know why they're there other than to die, but they definitely do that. Vinny gets a road flare in the mouth while he's fixing the car, showing everyone that people can make decent jack-o'-lanterns too. Save a pumpkin, use a greaser. Then Pete comes back from pooping in the woods with bunnies to give an extended improv scene in the car.
Come on now. Come on, everybody, scene starting. Come on, motherfucker. Fix the fucking car. Come on. Fucked up again, you asshole.
Pure poetry. He then gets his throat slit with a machete. It's a shame, really. I think that guy had a wildly successful freestyle career ahead of him.
Wow.
The cops find their bodies, and Roy acts totally natural, not saying anything suspicious at all.
What the hell's going on? You talking to me, Sheriff?
That's just
You're talking to me.
Smooth. Next, we find out just how hot Tommy is. I wasn't lying. And that he can also bust a fool if need be. By God, that man had a family. A check in here, a check in there, and now we're meeting this chick at the diner who's introduced just in time for some real gratuitous nudity. She's getting picked up by that pervy driver guy who must be really funny or something. And he dies when the killer, who's totally not Roy Burns, slams an axe into a cantaloupe painted like his head. That's supposed to be his head. I see, sorry. Guess that was his head, guys. Lana, the waitress, gets one last bump in before getting an axe to the stomach about 40 minutes into the film. You'd think someone would live a little longer after an axe to the gut, but according to these movies, it's downright humane how fast people die from it. At this point, buckle up, because it is time to start killing all those characters we met in the first act. First, there's that really dirty dude who had just one scene before with Ethel. He ends up in the woods, creeping on naked teens, then turns around and gets stabbed in the stomach with a knife. Along with the greasers, this guy has to be one of the most tangential characters ever. He's just there to be a statistic. Then, of course, there's the naked teens he was spying on, and they're like really naked. The girl Tina just has these really long voyeuristic shots of her lying there naked by herself. It's only a little sleazy until you find out that director Danny Steinman started his career making porn. Then it's really sleazy. Her death is cool though. The killer stabs her in the face with some garden shears and then slams him shut. It's done off screen, but we see her right afterward when Eddie finds her body. That is one gruesome sight. Get it? Gruesome sight? She doesn't have eyes anymore? It's funny.
Shut up.
Her paramour Eddie, who inexplicably had to go wash up in the middle of forest sex,
Here, go wash up.
Okay, sugar.
comes back to find her dead and gets his head crushed by a belt and a stick. Definitely one of the most unique kills in the series, and downright painful too. Memorable all around, really. Reggie, Pam, and Tommy take the truck to go see Reggie's brother Demon so there can be another character to kill. Oh, and look, he has a girlfriend. I didn't know there was a 2-for-1 deal going on. After Reggie leaves, Demon gets hit by some enchiladas.
Some damn enchiladas.
Then runs to the outhouse. He and his girl Nita sing a romantic poopin' duet.
Hey, baby.
Ooh, baby.
Hey, baby.
Ooh, baby.
Which is a really romantic twist on all the pooping going on in these movies. Nevertheless, they wind up dead. Demon finds Nita with her throat slit and her pulse oddly active for a dead person. Just look at it go. Just pulsing away. Then Demon himself gets impaled with a spike through the siding of the outhouse and takes a good long while relishing in his death scene. Hey, it's your big moment, Demon. Might as well milk it for all it's worth. Meanwhile, the angry redneck neighbors are all riled up because Tommy raged out and beat up Junior. Not only with some solid punches, but also a fucking leg drop. Look at that. My God. Junior rides his dirt bike around a frustratingly small loop several times in anger before getting decapitated by a cleaver. I won't say that's the best fake head ever made, but I will say it's better than Paul's exploding head in part 3. Good job, A New Beginning. You cleared a very low bar. Then Ethel gets a cleaver in the face through the window, causing her in turn to kill the tomato she's holding. Reminds me of the banana snuff murder in the final chapter. These guys love to kill their produce. Oh, and people. People like Ethel. Hell of a character. I'm sure she'll make a hell of a stew. Now we're an hour into the movie, and Jake, the stuttering guy, gathers up his courage and comes on to Redhead Robin.
I want to make love with you.
She responds to him in the way every guy loves to hear. He wanders upstairs in rejection and then gets a cleaver to the face. We later see his body when Robin discovers it in her bed. Guess he wound up there anyway, right, Jake? But he's dead, so it doesn't count. Robin herself is the next to go, but only after getting naked and wandering around topless, because again, sleazy porn director. She's killed with the, by now, very familiar stab through the bottom of the bed treatment. This marks the 3rd time they've done this kill in just 5 movies, and none have matched the awesomeness of the original with Kevin Bacon. Oh yeah, there's also this alternative chick, Violet, who's actually a really sweet breakdancer. And we know this because we watch her dance for an uncomfortably long time. She gets killed too, slammed up against the wall and stabbed in the gut with a machete. I'm noticing that despite the high body count, a lot of the action occurs off-screen or in lame-looking close-ups. Kind of a bummer. From here we arrive at the final girl circuit. Running the course this time, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Pam.
That's right, Pam Roberts. Let's see how she does when she's up against a fake Jason Voorhees. Pam checks all the boxes. She makes sure the young kid is safe. She runs around in the rain in a white shirt. She finds bodies of all the victims. Thing is, usually those bodies are of people we've already seen killed, but this time they use the opportunity to add new corpses to the count. First, she finds that douchey paramedic with his throat slit. He'll be forgiven if you didn't recognize him. Dude was barely in the movie, and finding his body here really has no impact. I mean, aside from giving us this wonderful scream from Reggie. Then she nearly runs into Matthew Letter, who's been pinned to the tree with a knife through his head. Looks like you just got a promotion. Man. Way to lean in. Finally, she has a corpse thrown at her through the window, a Final Girl Circuit staple, and sees that it's Reggie's grandpa George. Looks like he's missing his eyeballs. What you doing with those eyeballs, Roy? Collecting eyeballs for some reason? That's weird. Pam's circuit comes to a head, as many of these do, in a barn. Not a very original finish, Pam, but there is something to be said for being traditional. She fights Jason with a chainsaw, which is pretty freaking sweet, and Reggie screams from the rafters until Tommy shows up to save the day. How's he do? Not great, Bob. He gets his ass kicked way faster than you'd expect. Remember this guy? What happened to him? Instead, he's down and out, leaving Reggie and Pam to fight the killer on their own. Reggie does a flying tackle that knocks the killer out of the barn window, and before he can take them down with him, Tommy resurfaces and cuts off his arm with a machete. The Jason wannabe then falls down onto some farm spikes, which is their technical name, and his mask peels off, revealing that he's... Holy shit, it's Roy Burns? No way! Wow, what a totally unexpected yet satisfying twist to this movie. The wrap-up comes from Matthew Letter's bro, the sheriff, explaining everything to Pam. Apparently, Roy was Joey's dad and snapped when he saw his son's body. He then modeled his kills after Jason because really, they need another Friday the 13th movie. Speaking of which, this one ends with yet another fake death when Pam goes to check on Tommy in his hospital bed. He roids out and pulls a machete out of nowhere and sticks her in the gut with it, making Pam the final kill in this movie. Only not really, because this is a Friday film, so we should have known this was all just a stupid fucking dream. Tommy wakes up from it and sees a vision of Jason in his hospital room. The real Jason, not Roy Burns, notice the red marks on the mask. Then it gets all creepy and the movie ends with him maybe actually killing Pam, or maybe he was just gonna fix her some lunch. Whatever. This thing's finally over. Let's do the numbers on this sleazy, dirty, nasty film.
Wow.
There were 22 deaths in Friday the 13th: A New Beginning, although not all were from the Jason imitator Roy Burns. 2 were from Jason himself in a dream sequence, 1 was from Scary Vic, and Dream Pam was killed by Dreamy Tommy. Gender breakdown is 15 guys, 7 girls, much more imbalanced than the previous 4 films, and with a runtime of 90 minutes, that's a kill every 4 minutes on average. Damn. The golden chainsaw for coolest kill is gonna go to Eddie. I still feel like it could be a little bit more gory like all the kills in this movie, but it still feels really painful watching Roy Burns twist that stick around and tighten that belt. Just ignore the fact that he twists it around 2 different directions. It's fine, don't worry about it. Lamest kill was a little more tough. I'm gonna give it to Violet because look at that stab. That is seriously a pillow they're stabbing right there. Tom Savini is rolling in the grave he made from scratch and sleeps in every night. And that's Friday the 13th: A New Beginning, released in 1985 to an audience very upset that the killer they spent all that time watching was just some asshole named Roy Burns. For part 6, they made it clear that Mr. Voorhees would return, and we'll look at that next week. Until then, I'm James A. Janice. This has been The Kill Count. Hey guys, thanks a lot for watching Kill Count for Friday the 13th: A New Beginning. I know most people hate it, but I kind of appreciate how just downright nasty it is. Younger me definitely appreciate it. And honestly, it has some things going for it. It's got Ethel, everyone loves her. And as creepy as he is, I like this Tommy Jarvis. But really, I want to know what you think, so leave a comment, let me know anything you want. Really. I'll see you guys next week.
Alright, that's it. I guess that's it. I'm done. I'm not going to do. I don't think I'm going to do other reactions. I think maybe for today only 2. But if I decide to do another one, it's going to be not right now. It honestly might be. It's going to be at night. So yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so guys enjoy the action. Yep. And I'm gonna check the audio to see how this one is. I hope it is good, but who knows. So anyway, please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. For my Instagram and my Twitter, it will be linked in the description below. If you wanna go check out Dead Meat, or if you wanna go subscribe to Dead Meat, it will be linked in the description below. If you wanna go check out the original video, link in the description below. And that's it. Peace. Adios. Bye for now.